So you're talking about your sewage system as well, right? So I think you have multiple products other than that one biogas, right? So tell us a little bit about your products, like what various products, other products that you have other than that biogas.
Right. So we developed the sewage system, and that was a very, very thrilling experience for me, and an experience which continues to give me tremendous satisfaction. Sewage, as you know, is something that is really considered dirty. And although our toilets look clean inside our house, the mess that we have created by making the sewage pipeline system is probably one of the dirtiest creations of mankind, I would say. Because a large chunk of it, first of all, goes into a river untreated. And secondly, humans, people, living people like you and me, they have to enter this drainage system to clean it. And people die when they enter these systems. And this, how can this happen in 21st century India? In 2022, now we are in 2022. It just doesn't feel right that we can call ourselves a pro. And this is not valid for India only, huh? I mean, all cities have drainages only. Besides, it is such excellent natural microbial liquid, and all we do is put it in the river when we can actually grow so well on that. So what we are trying to do with our system, and we call it Rajahans. Rajahans means, I consider it the Rajahans of waste management. What was considered really dirty is converted into wealth. And no human has to actually do anything to clean it. So that's the second system that we have developed. We have started installing this in bungalows, in ashram shalas, anywhere where the toilet cleaning, okay, will be controlled. That's where we can set up Rajahans, because we also need to use natural cleaners to clean the toilet. The second solution or second business opportunity that we are really working hard on is a cafe, which we call Cafe Climate. So my laboratory is at my farm, where we actually synthesize the microbial culture for setting up new systems. And for that, we have to feed it, and we have to keep it in very high, in a good condition. And because of that, we end up generating far more gas than we can utilize at the farm. And so one fine day, we just put a board and started this cafe. Of course, the name Cafe Climate came much later.
Hello?
Runs on the waste of only cafe which runs on the waste of other people. So not only are we not generating waste, rather we are managing other people's waste to run our cafe. So we are waste negative, and it's the world's only cafe which doesn't use LPG to cook. Within a year's time, hopefully, my dream is that a large chunk of the food that we serve at the cafe will be grown at the farm itself, entirely naturally. So we add another aspect of sustainability, which is about how we grow our food, how naturally we grow it, and the food miles, how locally we grow it. So all these aspects are going to be covered in this cafe, and it's a place where you can actually live a day which is climate friendly. So we would love to give people that experience.
Your cafe is carbon neutral, basically. It doesn't have any carbon footprint.
Yes. Yes. And we also have two jungles over there, one of 500 trees and one of 1800 trees. So in terms of the carbon sequestration that they are going to do when the jungle grows, it would not be wrong if at some day we can proudly say that we are carbon negative. We acted as a carbon sink.
So about that sewage system, so did you implement it anywhere, or is just in the pilot or prototype phase?
We have about 5 installations till date.
So it's just in initial phase.
Yeah, initial phase of installation. So now we'll start getting this. Now we have started pitching for it vigorously.
Right. So that's a very good thing that we are moving one step at a time into that climate change problem. So one thing I wanted to know is that since we are talking about the government in just 5 minutes back, so are there any government subsidies that people will get if they use biogas? Because that will just give
Well,
that
the
will.
only subsidy that is currently available
Hmm.
is the saving in property tax by the corporation. And that too, it depends on corporation to corporation. Not all corporations are giving this deduction in tax. But other than that, sadly, there is no subsidy for this work. The GST on renewable energy devices was 5%, that was increased to 12%. On the one hand, COP26 happened, and on the other, the tax was increased. So I am at a loss to understand actually what logic is driving this kind of conflicting policy decisions. But gradually, honestly, we do not have the power actually to influence policy right now. And therefore, we accept that, and therefore, we are not focusing on that.
The
Right now,
reason,
we just want to go to.
yeah, so the reason I was
Hmm?
asking was that if there are some policies that will help the biogas owners, that might give them some another economic incentive, so that it will be a part of your pitch that okay, you can get these economic benefits as well from the government.
Yeah.
So I thought that can
Yeah,
be
but
useful for you.
yeah, that's a bird in the bush right now. It's not a bird in the hand. And it's something that we don't have much influence on. So we have decided to make this possible even without government support.
Yeah. So like
That's the tough challenge that we have to take as social entrepreneurs.